Most job interviews are just friendly chats that don't really pass muster for due diligence. Here's my 3-question interview structure that's going to actually help you to predict who can do the job and who can't. A lot of leaders think that the interview process is just about team fit, but it's so much more than this. It's a critical part of the recruitment and selection process, and it's a key tool for making prudent hiring decisions. Hiring people is an imprecise science. So if you can't run a tight interview, how else do you think you're going to be able to do your due diligence? When The Economist asked its readers to submit their favourite interview questions, they were bombarded with fluff. Things like, if we gave you a blank cheque and a free weekend, where would you go, what would you do, and who would you go with? Or, what was the last book you read? Or, what do you like to do in your spare time? Well, okay, but the purpose of interviewing is to try to work out whether or not someone can do the job. In the age of AI, it's very easy to look good on paper. It's also easy to embellish, if not completely fabricate past accomplishments if the interview is loose. An interview gives you a small window to work out what someone's done, how well they've done it, and how likely it is that they'll be able to perform in your context. Remember, the best predictor of future success is past performance. And there's a very reliable and predictable way to work this out. Now, it starts with a well-structured interview. Here's the simple process I use. Step 1, start with the job description. Identify the key deliverables. Don't try to boil the ocean. There are probably only 4 or 5 that really define success in the role. Step 2, once you have those, frame a question around each deliverable in this form. I would ask, all right, one of the key objectives of this role is X. Please tell me, in as much detail as you think you should, about a time in the last 2 to 3 years where you did X successfully. You want them to describe how they moved from situation to result, and their answers can be really enlightening. And finally, step 3, depending on their response, redirect the conversation to dig a little bit deeper. So my standard follow-up question, especially if I didn't get a good sense from their initial answer, was always, can you please give me some specific details about the role that you played individually in that outcome? Now, this really exposes the bullshitters. As you can see, it's a very simple process, but you'd be surprised how effective it is for getting beyond the facade and drawing out the reality of a situation. Team fit is important, sure, but it's nowhere near as important as hiring someone who can actually do the job. If you want to reduce the risk of hiring a dud, have a listen to episode 379 of the No Bullshit Leadership podcast. Interview questions to expose the bullshitters. We'll leave a link in the show notes. I really hope you enjoyed this moment and that it gives you that extra little spark to be a no bullshit leader.